Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you for the like. Yeah. I am just trying to pull my head out of my ass here. How's everybody doing today? I am going to be partaking in a ruby grapefruit claw of the Blanco and all that schnaz because it's seriously one of the only things I can drink right now. Oh, it's raining, huh? Is it hot or is it cold as shit and raining? Because it's getting fucking warm today again. Ugh. Okay, somebody I think moved out of the building across the street. Oh, dude, why is this chick kicking it? Dumb fucking idiot. Anyway, somebody like I guess moved out. And so there's like this big basket full of books down there. And there was a lot more. It's probably about half full now. But there were a ton. And people had been going through it all morning. And I kept going, oh, I should get down there and see what's there. But honestly, it's been rifled through. I don't know if there would be anything down there worth anything. But this chick, like this like bag lady, came and just started kicking the box all crazy. What is this? Some kind of trash man? I don't know. You guys didn't come here to watch me look out my window. It's warm and raining. I love it. Oh, that's good. I think I only got a stream notification because I've clicked the bell thingy. Poor box. Yeah, I don't know exactly when the notifications go out. I tried something different today where I set the stream up and then didn't start it right away. I set the stream up like a half hour ago. And so I don't know if you set the stream up, does it go out right away? Or does it not go out until you go live? And I know for some people, and for me even, a lot of times when I get notifications for streams, it's like 20 or 30 minutes after the stream has started. And usually by 30 minutes into a stream, I'm fucking bored and I want to go do something else. So that's kind of difficult. And especially if I'm not doing this thing, I get bored a lot faster. You killed a fly and you couldn't find it and it was on your keyboard? What's up, Thomas? You know what's funny? I was sitting here and I have this window open a lot, and it's like they open out like that. And I was sitting here and I'm staring at this box of books that's down on the corner, all excited and wanting to go get it. And I'm sitting here looking, and this big ass fucking spider starts running across the screen. It's on the outside of the window. And it's running across the screen, and it fucking scared the shit out of me because I was seriously like this far from it. And spiders kind of freak me out just because I got bit by a black widow in 2014 and didn't realize that I was bit by a black widow. And I left it for like a week and a half, and my foot got like huge, and it looked like it looked like someone had taken a cigar and like put it out on my foot. And it was getting to where I couldn't walk, and I'm like, dude, I don't know like what's going on. And then one of my neighbors is like, dude, you got bit by a black widow or something. You need to go to the hospital like right now. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that the dude from Slayer, the guitar player from Slayer or whatever, had died right around this time. And everyone's like, you need to go. So I went, and I'm like, I think I got bit by a spider. Don't really remember. And all this other garbage. And then the doctor like pushed. This is going to get really gross. I don't know if I should say it. I don't know. Anyway, the doctor did something that was disgusting, and a bunch of disgusting stuff happened. And then put me on a shit ton of antibiotics. But now, I don't know if it's because I waited so long or if this would have happened anyway. But on the top of my foot, I have like this scar, and then like a ring that's a different scar around the initial scar. And so spiders just freak the shit out of me. Um, and like the doctor's like, yeah, if you waited a little bit longer, you could have been dead, and all this other shit. And I'm like, well, fuck. So yeah. Let's see who else. Hey JH, how you doing? Is it raining where you are, JH? Anyway, so yeah, so I'm drinking the claw. The grapefruit's pretty good actually, but I miss beer. I hate spiders. Their bites are painful. I remember that from childhood. Yeah. Oh my god. The spider in the window is not a black widow. Thank F. But so my weight loss journey, I'm going to throw that out at you. So I am now down 18 pounds. So this week I only lost 2 pounds. And I know that most people like that's like kind of a big deal, and I shouldn't be like talking shit on it, but I'm kind of pissed. Like I feel like I worked really fucking hard this week trying to do the right things and eat the right things. So I was really hoping that there would be a little more. Um, and my official weigh-in is tomorrow morning. I really should only be weighing myself once a week because I get all fucking bent out of shape and stuff. Yeah, progress is good. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm bitching about, but I don't know. Like, I think I need to come up with some more creative ways of cooking. Um, a lot of the stuff I'm eating is starting to get boring. So I need to come up with some shit. Because mainly I'm eating vegetables, meat, meat, beans, all different kinds of beans. Like I've been like going nuts on beans. Like there's so many different beans out there, guys. Amazing. Um, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, and eggs. I'm eating tons of eggs and a lot of protein powder, like organic protein powder with no, like 1 gram of sugar, no soy, no whey, or wait, it's like all vegetable protein. It's pretty cool. But anyway, so that's been going good, and I could drink as much wine as I want. Um, So I eat every 3 hours, and then as soon as the sun goes down, I open a bottle of wine and drink until I pass out. Be thrifty, everyone. Congratulations on the weight loss, Matt. Don't get disheartened. Sometimes your body just takes time to realize what you're trying to do, if that makes sense. It does. And honestly, I realized too that like my body is changing. Like none of my clothes fit how they fit before. So that's cool. But like just different parts of my body like look different and are different. I don't know how else to say that. So even though like I feel like I'm not really losing a ton, like my body's changing. And as long as that's going, then I guess that's, all you can ask for. So that's good. I just really want to get to a point where I can start working out again without my knee killing me. My knee has been fucked ever since I moved. And I'm filling out the rest of my medical paperwork. I have to pick my doctor now. So they sent me like a phone book full of like doctors I can make as my primary care physician. And so now I have to do that. I don't understand what the fucking deal is. Just like say like this is the kind of insurance you have, correct? Yes. This is your fucking doctor. And if you go and that doctor assaults you physically or something, you can pick another doctor. Like, ugh, like researching primary care physicians has got to be like the most mind-numbing thing in the world. And you would think it would be interesting because I'm trusting this person with my health. So probably I would want to know if that doctor is a nutbag. Like for instance, back when COVID first started, I was seeing the psychiatrist, and he was the one like prescribing my meds and shit. And I saw him like twice, and then I called for my appointment because it was like phone appointments at this point. And they're like, yeah, he's dead. Oh, wait, no, that's not how I found out. My actual therapist told me he was dead. I didn't find out from their office. I found out from my fucking therapist. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you didn't know. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that sucks. He's dead. But like, and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, why is everyone acting like me and my psychiatrist were like lovers or something? Like, I don't understand why it should affect me. And then I was thinking about, well, why should it affect me? And then I'm like, wait a second. I'm trusting this fucking dude to put drugs into my body because he's a doctor and he couldn't even keep himself alive. And then I started getting weird. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck. If my doctor doesn't know how to keep himself alive, I shouldn't trust him at all anymore. Not that it matters because now he's dead. But like I had this like big weird um, existential crisis about, do I trust a doctor who can't take care of themselves but are all about putting drugs in me? And then I'm like, well, like he was a psychiatrist. He wasn't a coronavirus doctor or a heart doctor or a lung doctor or whatever the fuck doctor it is. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how. Oh, yeah, because I have to pick a fucking doctor. Fuck me. So, do you guys have good experiences picking providers? Well, some of you have the NHS, and I don't know what. Actually, I know. I thought Germany, the healthcare system over there, would be a lot more streamlined than here. but it doesn't sound like it is. So I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. Oh, hey, Tim. I missed you there. And I even read the part where it said, hey, Thrifty. Jesus. Fucking up here. Let me know when you guys get the stuff I mailed out to you. For those of you who got stuff that I mailed out, I just want to know that you guys got packages. What else was I going to talk to you guys? Yeah, I could share this stuff with you guys. We're a tight little community here. I don't know if you guys saw that I posted it, but I just did a video called the July Creative Wrap Up. And it fucking blew my mind. And I'm still kind of like reeling. And I never have been one to think of that kind of stuff. And I really think it's important. And so all of you, like, really, like, write down the things you accomplish and the things you create, because like when you first start it might just be like one or two things, but as time goes you're going to see this fucking list grow, and you're going to be like, fuck, I did all that shit. That's fucking crazy. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm like, it's been kind of boggling my mind a bunch. And it's so funny because like I did that video on a total fucking whim. And like on the video you could even see I'm like talking about stuff and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I fucking did this thing too. And it's like, it's so fucking stupid. Oh, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, you guys are killing it. So definitely do that. That gives you a shot in the arm for sure. Oh man. So what's everyone's plans this week? What does this week look like for you guys? We got a plan. This is fucking, we're like a half a breath away from August. Fucking August, man, already. Good Lord. Let's see. What do I have planned? I'm either going to Berlin or getting a poetry related tattoo, or both. Nice. What are you going to Berlin for? Just to go to Berlin and have a good time? Are you were you thinking about getting that line from that poem you were talking to me about? Boom. That's all you got to do. Just go to Berlin, because I thought to myself I should go to Berlin. God damn it. That's what I'm talking about. Just fucking do shit. I've been working on my book. Thomas. Kicking ass. Oh my God. Do you have an idea as to how long you want it to be? Like do you have like an end goal, or are you just writing the chapters as you go? Whoa. That's fucking awesome though. Congrats on that, man. Dude, well, oh shit, no. Dude, he's like 2 inches from you. Just grab him. There you go. Okay, I don't know, guys. We're gonna I'm gonna bitch about this for a minute because I've been writing poems about this fucking chick, and I might as well just fucking vent about it. Just making sure I write every day, reading some Bukowski and Chandler. Damn, you can't go wrong there. Just translating this week another middle class novel from Norway. Uh, let me see. Do you just do Norwegian stuff for the translating, or do you do like lots of different languages? Okay, while JH is going to answer my question that obviously needs an answer, I'm going to tell you about this chick. There is this woman, okay, who has a big, um, like, it looks like a lab golden retriever mix. The woman herself probably weighs 90 pounds, and she walks this fucking dog all the time. And the dog looks happy, and it looks like it wants to be playful and run around and do all this shit. And it obviously is locked up in a pretty small apartment. I think the apartments across the street are a bit smaller than these. um, but she walks it every day, which is great. But she walks it, and this dog like is like, I'm gonna fucking do what I want, and you're just along for the ride. So the dog takes off, and it almost rips her arm off, and then she's like stomping her feet, like following it, like trying to stop the dog, and she just can't control the dog. And this one day, this lady and her kids were coming back from the grocery store down the street, and they were carrying like eggs and strawberries and radishes and peaches and potatoes and all this other stuff, groceries. And it was this woman and like her three kids, and one of the kids was probably like four, little tiny kid, maybe five. The dog fucking lunges at the kid fucking screams, throws the eggs up in the air, the strawberries up in the air, all the shit goes flying all over the place. And the chick's like, it's okay, my dog won't bite. The kid's fucking bawling her eyes out, screaming, bloody fucking murder. And she's like, no, it's okay, the dog won't bite. And the dog's like jumping, and it's like being held by the neck, and it's on like two legs, and it's like going like this. It's taller than the kid. And she's like, it's fine, the dog doesn't bite. It's okay. And the kid's like losing its fucking mind. And then she's like, oh, here, let me help you clean this stuff up, the lady said. And so she kneels down to help the lady pick up the stuff. And the lady's like, no, it's fine, really. And she's like, no, let me help you. So when the lady gets down to pick the shit up, it puts a bunch of slack on the leash. The dog fucking goes for the little kid. The kid fucking screams again. The lady, because she's, oh no, you're going to hit, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, these people. The lady holding the dog leash is like squatting on the ground. So when the dog takes off, she falls over and it spins her around. So she's on her ass spinning. And then the dog goes and starts dragging her down the sidewalk. Okay. And she's like, no, it's really fine. The dog's fine. He doesn't bite. He's very friendly. And like, it's just like, get the fuck away from the fucking kids with your fucking dog. It doesn't matter if the dog's friendly or not. They're fucking terrified. Go. And she just would not leave. And she was like trying to help the lady when she got up again. And then after they left, the family like kept walking. She starts yelling at the dog. And I'm just like, and every day there is some fucking thing. And today what happened was because she didn't have the collar on the dog very tight. The dog got out of the collar and just started running. And the girl's boyfriend came out and started whistling at the dog. And he was like 5 feet from the dog, whistling for the dog to come back. And the dog wasn't paying any attention to him. And he's whistling. And the dog's just sniffing the ground and shit. Unbelievable. These people. Anyway, so let's see. I was actually going to translate a Voyage Talk tourist for a small publisher a few years ago. That's how I found your channel. Oh my God. While I was looking for reviews and interpretations, but another translator took over that project. Holy shit. That would have been a fucking book to do, dude. God damn. That would have been crazy. Did you like the book? Were you a fan of it? Oh man, love that book. Yeah. It's a fun book, but it made me feel like somebody violated me in some way. It was strange. But yeah, like if you have a dog, take care of the dog. Don't be crazy. Oh, and now she's letting her kids play in the street while there's okay, I can't do this. I cannot do this, people. Nope, I don't want to do it like that. We'll do it like this. I can't. I just can't. It was just a violation I needed. That sounds like you have a great window to stimulate your story ideas. Dude, you have no idea how much poetry has come from me sitting right here. I don't think I've written a story. I think maybe one story. I wrote a short story about some shit I saw because I see some shit. But yeah, and it's so funny. If you saw the long shot poems for Broke Players video I did, it's fucking longer than anything. So I don't blame you if you haven't watched it. But there's a poem in there called oh shit, what's it called? I think it's called Observation, or no, wait, the world outside a third story window. And I had completely forgotten about that poem. And it's crazy because Bukowski lived in an apartment building 500 feet out that window. And I didn't know that when I moved in here. The reason why I moved into this place, I had been looking for a building or I've been looking for an apartment for I think 6 months. And this place was the first place that approved me to come in. And I was looking all over LA, like everywhere from like Santa Monica to North Hollywood and Burbank, and everything in between. And I guess what happened was that after the COVID payouts for renters and shit, the a lot of the landlords in LA stopped looking at people's income and started looking at only their credit score to approve you for an apartment or not. And I have horrible credit because I've never had a credit card. I had a car payment and then I paid that car off, but I've never had credit cards. And one of the reasons why, well, I mean, originally I didn't have a credit card because when I was a kid, my grandpa told me that credit cards are the thing that destroy people. So if you ever get a credit card, go buy a pair of socks with your credit card, pay for those socks at the end of the month, and then put that credit card in your sock drawer and never touch it again unless you need more socks. Apparently, my grandfather went through socks at an alarming rate, let's say. So I never got credit cards. I never tried to get credit cards. And then my first wife, she liked, I don't know how to say this. She would get credit cards, max them out like within a month, and then like say that she never got the credit card or something like that. Like some fraudulent fucking bullshit. She was into that kind of stuff, I guess. Um, I hope that isn't libel or slander. But so whatever. So when we split, there were things I had to take care of because we were married. So some of that was attached to me. So I took care of that shit. But that was like fucking like 10 years ago. So shit, is that longer than 10 years ago? Fuck. Time is going by so fast. It waits for no one, guys. Anyway, so besides my car payment, that's the only thing that I bought on credit, I guess. So I couldn't fucking get an apartment to save my fucking life. I was like, I spent so much money on fucking rental applications trying to find places. And this building was the only one that's like, yeah, I don't care what your credit score is. I'm like, are you fucking for real? I'm like, I'll come down right now. Like, and I was in Big Bear at the time. And I'm like, that's like a 2.5 hour drive. And I'm like, I will get in my car right now and come to you and fill out whatever the fuck you want me to fill out if you're going to tell me that you're not going to look at my credit score. So since then, I've been trying to do things to build my credit score. And the only thing I could honestly think of doing is getting another car, like trading my car in and getting a car and making car payments, because car payments really fucking boost your credit immediately, because the people who do the car loans are quick with reporting. So I might do that. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. But anyway, oh, Jesus Christ. Talk about a fucking rabbit trail. It's like a moose trail. So after moving here, I like would be reading Bukowski and all this other shit. And I'm like, oh my God, Alvarado Street. That's right there. Oh, 6th Street. And then in what do you call it? Notes of a Dirty Old Man. Is it Notes or is it in Tales of Ordinary Madness? I don't know. But there's this one part where he's like, I got off the bus on Rampart, walked up the little hill on Coronado to the apartment or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, that's right there. Like I could see that from my window right here. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And then in whatever, the 3rd Story window poem, he's talking about like he's waiting for inspiration. He's waiting for something to fucking like explode and become art so he could fucking catch it and write it and all this shit. And but nothing's happening. He's listening to music, nothing's happening. He looks out the window and there's just some mildly unattractive woman who's trying to get her dog to go to the bathroom, but the dog's obviously constipated and just walking in a circle. And he can't find any fucking inspiration. But he looks out the window and he could see the Hollywood Hills. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's the Hollywood sign right there. I could see it right now. And that's the Griffith Observatory. I could see that. And I'm like, shit, I'm on the 3rd floor looking out a window. Was he like right in this area when he was doing that? It's fucking crazy to end up in the neighborhood that like one of your writing idols like inspired him to write. It's fucking mind-blowing. Like, and so now I'm like going back over Bukowski shit that I've read before, just looking to see what like streets he's going to talk about and like where he's going. And there's this one story about him going to a travel agency to buy a ticket to go to Detroit. for a reading. And I think this is in Tales of Ordinary Madness or The Most Beautiful Woman in Town, or yeah, I think it's one of those. And he says, he's like, I turned like right on 6 and left on Vermont, and I'm just like trying to go, oh, okay, so if he turned that way and then went that way to end up here, that means he was coming from this direction. And now it's like I'm like fucking Google Maps, and I'm just like trying to like see everything he's talking about. And when I heard about that, like when I first heard him say a street that I was like living on, because I've been reading him for years now, and I never like really put any like thought into the actual street names that he was around, because I'm just like, oh, he's in LA, like LA is a huge fucking place, whatever. And then when that came up, I went on, what website is it? There is, I'm sure it's through the Bukowski forum, the Bukowski.net, but they have like maps that like a link to like a Google map document, and they actually have like all the places that he worked. Like if you want to go on a tour of the places where Bukowski worked, they have them all like lined up on there or whatever. And then they have known addresses that he had. And the way they know this is because of letters he wrote, like the return addresses that he would put on the top of those letters. So that's how they figure those things out, I guess. And he obviously lived in a bunch of places around here. And then there's the story about when they were living across the street from MacArthur Park, and he was looking out the window and saw some dude like drop down the window and like kill himself outside or whatever. And either in the story or in an interview I saw, he said he was in a tall apartment building that faced MacArthur Park. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I go out there, and yeah, buildings could have been taken down and built back up. That has happened a lot around here, and just the older parts of LA, a lot of buildings get demolished and new buildings get built. But if the buildings around here are the same buildings, I think I found the only building that possibly could have been. And so just like little things like that trip me out, because MacArthur Park's across the street right there. Yeah, so the whole thing is just batshit crazy. And when I read that poem, I was like, oh my God, like art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life. Like it's too much. It's too much for me. Let's see. Buddy says, I watched it last night. Really appreciate you doing the Buke vids like that. I absolutely love doing them like that. But I will say, yesterday, my computer started doing some weird shit, and I didn't know what to do. And I still don't know what to do, because it stopped doing the weird shit. But basically what was happening, I recorded the video and pre-editing, the video was like an hour and 20 minutes, which is just fucking disgusting. So I go to save it, and it's like, oh yeah, there's not enough space to save it in the location where you want it saved. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, where do I want it saved? I couldn't find that information. I'm like, that's weird, because this folder seems empty, whatever. So then I check my storage on my computer, and it said I only had like 4 gigs left of memory or of storage. And I'm like, oh, that's why. Here, I'll get out my external hard drive, move a bunch of shit over, and everything will be fine. So I move a bunch of shit over, see that it's there, delete all the shit that was on my computer, empty the trash, and the storage isn't going down. And I'm like, that's weird because I just like deleted all this shit. I'm like, oh, it's because I haven't refreshed it. I should probably close it and open it up again. Close it, open it up again, nothing's changed. And I'm like, oh, that's very fucking strange. So, but I finally got it down enough, allegedly, to save the video. So then I put the video in iMovie to start editing the video, because there's two things why I edit my videos at all or put them in iMovie. It's because I like to turn the volume up because sometimes I mumble. And a lot of complaints that I've had over the years on my videos is that people can't hear me because I have this lovely monotone voice that just puts people to sleep. So I like to crank the volume up on my videos. Okay. So there's that. The other thing is that I save the videos in the lowest possible quality. So, like, for instance, the rough cut or the actual video footage of that Bukowski video was 6 gigs. But by the time I cut it down and put it at a low quality, it's only a gig. And since I don't have internet and I do everything off the hotspot on my phone, and I learned this out in the desert when, again, I was just using a hotspot, do not upload 6 gig videos. Like, bring that down as much as possible. So I do that with all my videos. I just compress the shit out of them using iMovie. Even if I don't make any cuts, I'll just go in, compress, and the whole thing. So as I'm doing the iMovie shit, every time I try to add a picture of a book that I'm talking about, it said operation cannot be completed because there's not enough space in the location provided for this thing. And I'm like, oh, well, that's fucking stupid. Okay. So then I would go and delete a bunch of shit or move a bunch of shit onto my hard drive. And then I'm looking at the fucking bar. Okay. Now, this is where I started to fucking freak out. I'm looking at the bar. I just deleted a ton of shit. So now I have 10 gigs of space on my computer. And I'm sitting there. And by the way, I'm not online while this is happening. Okay. So that's when I thought my computer was haunted. I'm sitting there, and as I'm watching it, tick, 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 shit's being saved onto my computer from I don't know where. And we're talking like a half a gig at a time. And then all of a sudden, I'm back up to only having 4 gigs. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening to my goddamn computer? It's fucking possessed. And I got fucking mad. And so then I start fucking storming around and screaming. And if you've watched my other Bukowski chapbook videos, I put up a ton of pictures for each thing because I'm telling you where these poems were, what chapbooks they were in, what books they're in, the whole fucking thing. But every time I tried to add something into the timeline on this video, it was telling me I couldn't do it. And so basically I took everything off my computer, put it on a hard drive to where the only thing on my computer were the fucking goddamn apps that I can't fucking get rid of, and the video file and the files of the pictures that I was putting in the video. And then I finally saved it, and it finally let me save it. And I'm like, okay, I need to fucking get this shit off my computer as soon as possible. Yeah, no shit. And so I fucking uploaded it, deleted everything, and I'm slowly putting stuff back on my computer. But I don't know why the fuck that happened. That's never happened to me before. And like there was a moment where I'm like, oh my God, someone is like remote accessing my computer. And I'm like, but I'm not online. Like, how would the fuck Bluetooth off? How the fuck would anyone be remote accessing my computer if my computer isn't remote accessible at this moment? So I just like completely fucking freaked out, and I was like yelling and screaming. The whole thing took me like an hour and a half to record the video the day before. And then the editing took me about 5.5 hours. And I don't think I've ever spent that much time on a video before. Oh my God, Black Mirror. I watched like the first like 3 episodes of that and then never watched it again. My kid loves it though. But yeah, it was fucking like I have no idea. And if anyone has a theory, like I don't even care if you can fix this, but if you have an idea as to what the fuck could have made that happen, please tell me. Because seriously, like I really thought I was losing my mind. It was terrifying. And then Thomas, we're talking about the dog lady. It's too bad she doesn't know how to train her dog. I used to have a dog years ago. There are ways to help alleviate certain situations if you will train them. Yeah, and that's the thing that I don't get. Like, I know she's not home a lot, but when she is home, she spends a lot of time with her dog because she's outside causing a fucking ruckus with that dog every day. Like, there's not a day that goes by that something fucking tragic doesn't happen with that lady. And the dog seems like she said, it's a nice dog. He doesn't bite. Like, I want to go down there and wrestle with that dog. I want the dog to jump up on me and me to go, oh, go, and then just like roll around on the ground with him, even though the ground outside is fucking disgusting and filthy. That dog just seems like a whole lot of fun. But she seems like a fucking idiot. And her boyfriend seems, I don't want to say dumber, but like standing an inch away from a dog and whistling at it and then being shocked that it's not like, I mean, I guess that's how he's trying to train it. I don't know. But like other than that, she's got it made. Her boyfriend drives a Fiat and a Vespa, and he wears like Italian leather loafers, like light brown leather loafers, no socks. I mean, she's got it made. Like that dude is like, he has no idea how to talk to a dog, but Italian leather loafers, Fiat, Vespa, sign me up, dude. I'll fucking date that guy if she's not gonna fucking do it. Like, that's the shit right there, dude. Black Mirror is now realism. The Humane Society can show her how to train a dog. Dude, fucking YouTube could show her how to fucking train a dog. I'm sure that fucking 5-year-old kid who almost had a fucking heart attack could tell her how to train the dog. Like, when people are fucking terrified, do not make the dog get closer to them, idiot. Yeah, no, she should fucking do something. Like, but she just fucking yells at the dog when the dog doesn't do like what she wants it to do. And like now knowing that like I don't have any pets anymore, like every once in a while I like miss pets, but when I see that I don't really miss it. But there's a house across the street over here that has 3 big giant old bulldogs, like Jake and the Fat Man style bulldogs, and they're so like and then the and I'm just like, oh my god, those dogs are so fucking cute. So I can vicariously own those dogs from here. And when I want to look at my dogs, I can look out the window and there they are laying on the sidewalk in the little closed off area, and that's enough for me now. But they are fucking adorable. I fucking love those dogs. I've always wanted a fucking little fucking stocky bulldog, but it's good enough to have them there. Because like seriously, I don't know if I could handle picking up dog shit right now. Like, there's so much going on that cleaning up after a dog might push me over the edge right now. And then my kid just got a new dog. I found a stack exchange page that you might want to look at about the storage. Oh, for my computer? Yeah, send that to me. If it's scary, warn me. because that will just be too much for me. I just will not be able to handle that kind of stuff. Yeah, the ADD with the window, guys. Does it bother you that I look out the window when I'm talking and like getting fucking sidetracked every time I fucking look out? Like seriously, like the amount of like maybe I'm just like a drama whore, but like the amount of fights I've seen, like drug use, um, just insanity. Uh, it's like I don't have a TV, so like looking out the window and seeing that shit, fuck, man. Like, who needs entertainment? But yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I am over here wishing I had your window. You're fine, not at all. Good, 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 good. Like, I'm glad that that doesn't bother people. Um, and I was just thinking, I'm like, where the fuck would I put a TV? Like, I guess I could put it there. I don't know. Like, I have a friend who went on a date with this girl. He hasn't dated in like 5 years. Like, he's been completely by himself. He goes on a date with this girl, and while they're talking, she tells him that she doesn't have a TV. He fucking gets up and leaves during a fucking date, like a first date. She says she doesn't own a TV. He got up, turned, and went home, leaving her there because she didn't have a TV. Because he said, I can't believe someone in this day and age wouldn't have a TV. He's telling me this in my living room. And granted, it was the first time he had been in my fucking apartment, but he's telling me this, and I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, yeah. And then he goes like this. So yeah, I just figured, and I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, you just noticed I don't have a fucking TV. And then he's like, yeah, God, that's weird. That's awkward. And I'm like, no, what's awkward is that you fucking left a girl in a bar because she didn't have a fucking TV, you fucking pretentious little twat. And then like he went on a date with another girl, and this is all because of Facebook dating. He goes on a date with another girl, and he's a filmmaker, like a fellow filmmaker friend of mine. And oh wow, that was funny. So he's a fellow filmmaker friend of mine. He goes on a date with this other girl, and he's like, hey, do you want to go to a movie? Like, you want to like go catch, it was like an afternoon brunch thing or whatever. And he's like, do you want to go catch a movie? And she's like, no, I really feel like going to the movies is oppressive. And he's like, what was that? Like, can you repeat that? And she's like, just like being forced to like be in a big dark room with a bunch of strangers just to be able to have someone tell you a story is like very oppressive to me. And he fucking got up and left her too. And I'm like, dude, that chick is fucking a genius. Like, tell her to friend me on fucking Facebook because that's fucking brilliant. Like, that is oppressive. Sean, I shouldn't have said his name. Hey, don't anyone tell him that I was talking about him. And I'm like, dude, like, honestly, like, she's a genius. Like, let her go. I can't believe I fucking doxed him there. Sorry, bro. I'm so fucking sorry. But you're kind of up your own ass. You need to knock that shit off. So that's funny. Okay, let's see. You need to have a 24-hour feed looking out the window. Oh my god, can I do that? Like, is that legal? Because that's some like fucking George Orwell shit right there, isn't it? Dude, if I had, I would fucking totally do a live feed, like with like a little Nest cam or something. The shit you guys would see. Oh my god. Tell me if that's legal, because I will fucking look into this and get it going, even if I have to put it up on like my website, so the YouTube gods don't fucking send me to YouTube jail. Because the stuff you will see would get you banned off of any social platform for real. The amount of nudity I see out my window is fucking ridiculous. Good Lord. You know, it's funny too. Like, not to be fucking crass, but since moving here, I have seen so much fucking pubic hair that, like, I don't even know. Like, it could fill a football stadium, guys. Like, so much hair. And dude, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a fan of hair. Like, it's cool. I like it. Um, but dude, I have seen a great deal of it. Great deal of it. Total 70s flashback for reals. Okay, who's doing the legal research? Who's on the legal team right now? I got to find out if I could put a live stream of what's going on out the window at all times. Retro, yeah, total. I don't know if it's retro style or laziness, but I don't know. On top of all of that, there's kind of some people out here that I think probably don't trust themselves with a razor, if I could be completely honest. Um, yeah, I think that might have a lot to do with it as well. That just got fucking dark. We went from like fun bush talk to fucking sad fucking suicide talk. But yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so if anyone out there could find out that information, is it legal to have a live feed on the public? I mean, they do it all the time, right? Like, you could see a feed from Griffith Observatory. That's a fucking mouthful. Yeah, they have a feed there, and I know they have a feed. They have a Times Square feed, right? Oh, he's just taking the whole fucking box? This motherfucker. Oh, I fucked up, dude. Oh, you forgot that CD, bro. God, he didn't even fucking look through it. He just saw a box full of shit and went and picked it up. Oh, well, I missed out on that one. So, oh well. We'll just assume it was just a bunch of, like, I don't know, John Grisham and stuff. That'll make me feel better. Okay, I gotta find this out. I'd never leave home. Oh my god, it'll be so cool. And it would be awesome too, because then all of us would be writing about the same thing. I saw this dude pull his pants down and do a bunch of nasty stuff on the corner. And I think probably the one thing that sucks, this is probably like my least favorite thing. And the funny thing is, they do this right up against the chick's apartment that has that dog. Okay, there are very small bushes, and they're not bushes, they're like aloe plants that are only like maybe like thigh high. Okay. But every once in a while, and especially at night, and now that the street lights fixed, it lights up right there. But if like someone needs to like go to the bathroom, not number one, if you catch my drift, they're like, oh, I'll go in the bushes right here. And so they walk into the bushes right there. They're not bushes. Like you're in full view of like the majority of the street. But like, oh, I'm hiding behind this one bush that's this tall. It's like, and then they just like take a crap, and they're taking a crap right in front of that chick's window. And the windows are low. The windows are like knee high. So if she's sitting in her living room and goes like this, she's going to be looking down some dude's tailpipe when all sorts of badness is coming out. That's probably my least favorite thing about this. It's too much for me, guys. Too much. But yeah, that would be fucking epic. I'll hide behind this leaf. Yeah, it's like fucking like Adam and Eve shit. Like, oh, this is obviously going to hide my shame. All right, all right, all right. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. Fucking hell. I got to find out if I'm legally allowed to film the public doing horrible things. Because this is like the most exciting thing in my life right now. So I don't know who fucking brought that up first, but whoever did it, thank you and fuck you for driving me crazy now, because this is going to be my fucking life now. Ugh. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys all have an awesome week. For those of you who were in the Poetic Anarchy course, it was Tim. Thanks, Tim. For those of you in the Poetic Anarchy course, the therapy video will be up tomorrow. And for everybody else, my creative to-do list will be up tomorrow. I'm going to work on that today, I think. It's good to make goals. So anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day and have an amazing week. Think of all the things you can do. Think of all the things you can create and just start getting to it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.